In early or mid-2008, there was an all-time peak in South Asian currently production with a few days, indicating that bananas are delicious. In the same 2008, in parallel with all these events, on another part of the planet, a reboot of the legendary franchise about the Indian, or to be more precise, Native American fighting dinosaurs and dino-men in the hairy jungle of Nebraska, appeared on the store shelves. How successful this restart of the series was, and why no more continuation was released after it, we will find out right now.
Bring it.
At the very beginning, during the difficulty selection, you can notice that the game does not have an easy mode, because as we all know, easy mode is for suckers and for me. And you can also see that we cannot choose the highest difficulty until we had completed the game at least once, which is not very convenient if I had already completed in another platform, for example, and now I want to play on this platform or higher difficulty. Starting the game on the highest mega difficult impenetrable difficulty, which in my case is normal, we were shown a flashback from the main character's past, which was seasoned with a whole bunch of just idiotic effects and color correction, thanks to which the game aged even faster than it could be without them. We won't be able to pick up an arrow and stop the enemy with the game. After the pre-rendered cutscene, the usual one started in the engine, in which, first of all, the most fucking work with sound rushed in our eyes, or to be more precise, into our ears, thanks to which it is almost impossible to understand who is talking about.
Somebody get a bucket and mop. We got a new cleaner on board.
Hey, who's the new guy? I like his hair.
Stupidly, my reaction when I see a similar hairstyle on a person in real life.
Officer on deck! Alright, ladies. What they're doing there is not our concern.
This is just a great explanation of the motivation of the main villain, which will remain so until the end of the game. All I know about him is that Turok once worked for him. Everything, this is whole biography and motivation.
Now I want you to meet Turok.
Is this character able to do anything besides giggle?
He can't be trusted.
Please meet Nico Bellic, who has grown fat, who does not trust us and generally does not like us. You don't even need to be Vanga to understand after this penetration of the character that in the end we will become best friends and this Nico Bellic will heroically save our lives, despite the fact that he hated him all this time. After the cutscene, when I started working, I felt a slight delay in the controls, which, as far as I understood, was sharpened for gamepads, but rather poorly optimized for keyboard. And what else is not sharpened for keyboard is running speed of partners. From time to time we will be told to follow someone, and every time I will be in front, because the W button cannot be pressed smoothly, so that walks more slowly, and there is no button for slow step in the game either.
Cole wants me to walk you through some of the gear we'll be using once we get planetside. Ever used one of these?
Fuck no, a military man has never used a machine gun in his life. He is not an American schoolboy after all. The design of this ship is a grey box. Because why would you detach your limbs after being hit by a missile? Because why show a beautiful crash when you can just dim the screen? Since I didn't see any intelligible biography of this villain of the game, I will assume that Chewbacca shaved his eyes and the whole game is trying to find Han Solo and dissuade him in the filming of the 5th Indiana Jones and dissuade for filming in the 4th. In this scene, we are shown how the main character swears in Chewbacca and does not understand what he is doing here and does not want work for him at all.
And you're lucky I'm in these cuffs, old man.
In the rest of the scenes, he is already working for him and it's not indignant. Who, how and what way changes his attitude to his mess, I never saw in the game. This man can't open any doors, but our Turok is practically one left without even a drop of sweat. That's what the Mohawk does to people. I wanted to say something bad about the climbing animation on all sorts of ladder-like things, but when I saw the bend of his arm, I realized that if he climbed more naturally, he would be broken in the end. I can fly! He reacted to this dinosaur like he already knew they existed. By the way, this is the whole reaction to dinosaurs both from the heroes and from directors. Here the stepness that was in Jurassic Park when the first dinosaurs appeared, how they freaked out from what they see, how they react to it. Here we will not see anything like that. Everyone absolutely does not care that they see dinosaurs in front of them. Our partner pointedly stood next to the space, from which in no case will dinosaur crawl out and eat it. And if you look closely, the dinosaur pulls it with the help of the Jedi Force. Here we were presented with stealth, which can somehow be used somewhere else, but quite often the opponents either merge with the environment so much that they find it faster and not vice versa, or are located in open locations without bushes, whereas the stealth does not work completely. And to all this there are still so many of them that I can even imagine how long it would take me to quietly cut off this cool blow. And in any case, even though you get killed here decently often, if you go into the open, it's still easier than hiding in the bushes for a long time, trying to be unnoticed only to have a dinosaur jump on your back from behind and expose your entire shelter. There is always plenty of ammo, health regenerate itself, there is no problems with this at all. Why does a person need blood if spars can be flayed? This scene gave a rise to several questions that hurt me. The soldier stood around the corner for a while, waiting for someone to crawl out to be whole and shoot him. No matter how stupid it is, okay, let's skip it. On the left side stood obese Nico Bellic, who, judging by the fact that there is no passage there, also stood and waited until someone came out in this passage in order to defiantly save his life. So these two stood side by side and waited for who knows how much hours.
I'm guessing they're Kane's men, coming to make sure we're all dead. Surprise.
Motherfucker.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex! I'm a motherfucking T-Rex! It's a motherfucking T-Rex!
Yes, the first appearance of the T-Rex is just gorgeous. But for me, too early. Well, supposedly we just started the game and 20 minutes have not passed yet and they immediately throw out their main trump card at us.
Don't think this changes anything. We may be stuck together, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
Stop repeating that you don't like him. The first 5 times I said it, I already managed to understand this. And enough already, fuck your mother. I just pick up my first grenade. How to throw it, you ask? Who knows, I will answer you. I tried standard G, as it usual in the case in games, nothing. Click generally all the buttons of the keyboard, at nothing at all. I went into control settings, there is no mention of how to throw grenade. After some time, purely by chance, with the shift key pressed, I pressed the right mouse button, and the grenade flew. Hold down the shift button and the right mouse button. You don't have enough fucking keys on the keyboard. Why are you coming up with such combinations? While clicking all these buttons, I discovered that I can carry 2 machine guns in my hands at the same time, which is quite normal given the steroid nature. But how it simultaneously reload both machine guns will remain a mystery for me. No pickup sound is played when picking up ammo as usual. It's certainly not fatal, but some sound is missing. During the next loading, the letter K caught my eye, which is written in such deliberate way that at first I didn't understand what kind of letter it was.
Stay down. I don't want them to see us.
We are in the middle of a green jungle in a green camo. How the fuck are you going to see us? He will never think to stop a dinosaur. By the way, this is one of the cool features of the game. In case there are enemies on the locations, people are dinosaurs, we can always set one against another and watch from the side how they fuck each other. I used to it quite rarely because I'm lazy ass, but still having such an opportunity is cool. The Turok used a bow before Far Cry 3 made it mainstream.
Some of the most feared warriors of all time were the Kiowa Indian tribe, your ancestors. And the bow was their weapon of choice.
They used it because then machine guns had not been invented. Now, in the realities of this game, the bow will be useful only in the very beginning, when the enemies are still being killed by one arrow, and then only in the moments when they are very far away, and we don't have a sniper rifle yet. Further, it will be useful very rarely when we have exploding arrows, but you can only carry 10 of them with you, and they end very quickly. Well, yes, also these initial enemies are weak, they are still equipped with armor. Armor so strong that it cannot withstand a single arrow. And not one scene where the arrows was flying from, none of them will think either to go check the place or at least hide. Also, this not particularly significant, nevertheless, I cannot pick up a shot arrow either from the ground or from that enemy. Having killed these 3 dudes by stealth, who hardly had time to tell no friends about me, all the others who were quite far from this place instantly found out about me. Just like the grenade, quite by accident I found out that the silencer can be pulled on weapon, with which the smoothing continued to be exactly as loud as it was without a silencer. After some time I came across a gun, and here's the question: why do I need it if from the very beginning I had a machine gun from which cartridges are lying everywhere? If you have friends with itchy fingers, invite them to private competitions. Well, I don't know, for me it's better to take a friend with itchy fingers first to a dermatologist and then to invite some matches. We do not know how to run away from grenades. If you hit something, it will definitely work. Small disclaimer, it does not work with children and women. They hit you in response. A long ride elevator with the shooting of waves of opponents. Dinosaurs eat meat. You are made of meat. Run away. The hint is funny, no doubt, only I have a machine gun. Why the fuck do I need to run? This fat Nico Bellic's name is Slade, because being not in a 90s action movie, calling a character Slade is very relevant. Exploding radiation barrels cliché. Animation of appearance of the machine gun after 3, 2, 1... What? You didn't see? You need to blink less. At the next location, the camera decided to show us full exchange how empty and boring locations are. Where it would seem there are some branches, but when you go into the branch, you will find there is a maximum of cartridges, which are already full of the road. No secrets bounces, or at least some collectibles, no matter how much I searched, I could not find. Which is pretty sad. All you have to do here is just go straight to the next checkpoint, no research is required at all. T-Rex's second appearance is a lot cooler, and if it was first appearance, with a little lead into it, some kind of ground shaking thought, and then his face showing up, that would be a lot more fucked up what happened in the end. We need to get away from this T-Rex and his minions as quickly as possible, but due to the fact that our hero is not a runner but a bodybuilder, his running speed is always the same as there is no button for the fast running exists, and therefore dinosaurs quickly catch up with us and bite. If you throw a grenade at a dinosaur, they will beautifully scatter into bloody pieces. At the same time, if you throw it at a person, he just nearly PG-13 is not the ground. Why are you looking at empty land?
The Black Bear Indians believed that the knife possessed the power of a sly yet ferocious animal.
I'm being shown a flashback now in which I'm being taught how to kill with a knife. The very covered murder that I already dealt with and for which I have already been shown a tutorial. Why this repetition? I still won't use it. Okay, I'll use it little, but purely for comparison. For the sake of the experiment, I went through the same location through stealth until I was burned and immediately into the open, and the meaning of this stealth disappeared completely. Fuck your mother. 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 When the machine overheats and the exhausting animation starts, I cannot switch to another weapon. And by the way, about this overheating, or to be more precise, about the hero fights this overheating. He fights with him with the help of muzzle in the machine gun, because if you poke the muzzle of machine gun, it will cool down much faster from this.
Turok, I want us off this goddamn planet ASAP.
What about Kane?
Forget Kane. We're in survival mode.
Kane soldiers and dinosaurs have kicked you a little bit, which is you decided to get off this planet, so the sacrifice of those who have already died here would be completely meaningless. You are a great commander. I would very much like to pay attention to animations and physics of dinosaurs, which at times react to shots directly very nicely. The Turok for no apparent reason decided to jump up so that it would be easier for this mustache man to grab him from the sky, because as everyone knows, grabbing people is much easier in flight.
Times have changed.
That's where you're wrong. You're Wolfpack. That's never going to change. No matter how hard you try, you'll always be one of us.
One of whom? Who the hell are you? All I know about you that you like to stand in the woods and poke knife at each other. Who are you? Who is Kane? Why Turok left you? Why doesn't he want to return? How is Turok connected to the death of Nico Bellic's brother? Give us at least some explanation. You constantly jump into those flashbacks, but you decide to show there only traitors or some empty meaningless moment that tell nothing about these characters. Until the very end of the game, I will never understand what was going on in this planet and what in the other is doing on the planet. Okay, the second ones flew in to kill the first ones, but no one tells us why they flew in to kill them either. Yes, and why at this moment this mustache decided to not kill me, if he did not change his mind and continue to kill their people, is also not very clear. Well, his people still shoot at him and still kill him if they hit him, so why not having the advantage to finish it to the end?
Cold. I see cowboy. Got heavy company. I need back.
How the hell did he see me? This game has the most pointless turrets behind which you are killed in a matter of seconds in the lowest difficulty. They don't even joke about the turret section in endless ammo. And this is not only due to cleanly accurate opponents, but also to the fact that those opponents are as grey as the location itself. And it's quite enough to quickly find out where they are shooting at you from, especially when they know how to do it even through walls. Judging by where they stand in the behind me, this arrow was fired by one of stones on this hill.
Hey, check this out.
He will be shot, I guess. I guess. I'm just wondering how racist a Native American can be, considering who is so skillful with a bow that he does not even need to telescopic sight to shoot more accurately at such long distances that this enemy does with a sniper rifle. And now the moment has become when, with every second death of mine, the game dies along with it. Of course, I understand that it is old, like my grandfather. Yes, my grandfather is 15 years old, but still, why fly so often? This T-Rex appearance is even more awesome than the previous one, and if this was his first appearance, I would flow my him at possible orgasms.
Jackpot, I got it! T-Rex! Yeah! I'm a motherfucking T-Rex! God damn it, I love you, T-Rex!
This is how people react while avoiding being shot at themselves. But no matter how cool this T-Rex was, his trademark growth was shamelessly ruined. Here's just a comparison for the same moment from Jurassic Park. Even ashamed to compare. Do you seriously want to stab T-Rex with a knife? Where the Turok lost all his weapons is not clear, but the Turok lost all his weapons, which he will get back in a few seconds, so what the point of losing these weapons I did not understand. Till I found one turret on which they don't kill me instantly, because dinosaurs, thank god, can shoot lasers from their eyes, and therefore the turret section with endless ammo is a cliché. Why the hell do you need even this armor? I don't get it. In this loading they told us that each weapon has an alternate fire, but of course they don't write what a fucking button was on.
Chain gun!
Well, you should at least move away from the place where the turret placed. There are even stones next to you when you hide behind. This rifle borrowed the physics of sniper recoil from CS 1.6. For some time it happened to lay on the ground, during which all those warriors who next to me did not even think to finish me to death. Judging by the light, some kind of grenade was just exploded, but the cutscene, the man is reloading the rocket launcher. Putting the minigun in the ground, it will start shooting at enemies on its own, but will not shoot at me and my allies. How does he understand who to shoot and who not? Fucking Kojima got here too. A rocket with a Metal Gear that hit the Turok did not smash it to small pieces. And yes, I added this scene only in order to pronounce the word Metal Gear.
It's getting dark out. Let's wait until morning, okay?
We go now. All right, fine. Let's wait till morning.
We're totally screwed.
Calm down, Shepard. Slade, I've got a job for you. Take Turok and go find out what's making that noise.
Have you already forgotten how you were just going to wait until morning? Or did you just send 3 of your dudes to kill because you didn't like the way I argue with you?
You just volunteered to join them, Carter.
Maybe then everyone will already go. Why waste time? That's it. Now her ashes will cover the skin of protagonist, after which he will begin to take revenge on the gods, meaning Chewbacca, for what he did while being a slave. I played the God of War a little.
It's just a girl.
The villain must definitely kill the innocent to show what an evil villain he is. On the way we met another boss, which is quite difficult, especially if, like me, you don't immediately understand how to bring him down correctly, and if it's pretty cool to fight him. A little thin, of course, and to be more precise, he pretty fucked me up, but I think I hadn't been dumb for so long and realized faster that it had to be undermined by those volcanic fumes, it would be much more interesting. Anyway, the boss is cool, fuck off. But what prevented these two from simply jumping over the sledge? What could they easily do if there was no invisible wardell, and they would not have to fight this worm a long time. I see that he doesn't give a damn about where the attack was prepared from. These caves are the quintessence of phrase "where the hell are you shooting from me?" Everything is fucking grey, and while you turn around in search of one shot at you, they will already have time to kill you. Hiding behind the barriers is also not option, because their bastards shoot from the sides. And this is the lowest level difficulty. What kind of ads would be higher ones, it even hard to me imagine.
Follow me. We'll find the rest of the guys.
Why hide weapons during dialogue and show how you already not fast walking even more?
I think me and Logan are gonna have some quiet time to discuss his mission selection.
Don't repeat yourself. Don't repeat yourself. I can't understand the level of intelligence and vision of our opponents. Either they notice me from one feared arrow to the bushes, or they fury refuse to notice me when I shoot a dinosaur right next to them quite a long time and loudly. After that, I also mow down each of the friends in turn one place, not very thick. What is this bipolar they have so interesting? Why did Geralt cut his hair?
Damn! How do these guys keep finding us? You! Logan! Slade was right. He's a traitor.
Have you even seen how many enemy soldiers I killed? I don't even think that the traitor would such a thing. How nice of a helicopter to explode, even though I obviously missed it. These warriors are so smart that knowing where I am and what I shoot from, they will still stupidly continue to stand in one place and wait until I shoot each of them. One catch, 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 what? For 1 second they decided to forget where I am. My partners also do not shine with intelligence. They fight there openly with all the soldiers, due to which they die very quickly. And to be more precise, they don't die, but sit down from failure, but the enemies will never think to finish them to death, even though no one bothers them. And while I'm standing here, shooting everyone for 20th time, none of my opponents or friends will ever think to climb up to me.
Seal the door!
Why?
I'll hold them off.
This machine gun of yours can fire on its own. Why sacrifice yourself?
Damn! Good to see you bastards.
And just tell me after that I have a bad reaction. Yes, it turned out to my partners, but it's not so important anymore. The helicopter boss battle started, which I hoped would be long and interesting. But in fact, I fired one rocket at him and he exploded. Kinda disappointing a little bit. Lava. Here would have the final level be without enduring volcano with lava. After the loudest explosions of blind grenade in history, the villain takes us captive, but does not kill us, so that he has time to deliver his delicious speech, because where are we without delicious speech?
Come on, let's go!
I'm staying. I have to stop King. I can't let him get away.
We have to go, guys, now!
Go get him.
Go get him, on your own. We will not help you with this. What a great team he has. And here is full-fledged boss helicopter, only without propeller and with wings.
Oh, you're right, King. I'm not a soldier. A soldier follows orders, but a warrior follows his heart.
You seem to follow orders throughout the entire operation on this planet. You seem to have flown here as part of an army. What is the call of a heart? Since it was hard to make a boss fight with a man some cool and epic, in the end we had a change to fight with T-Rex. And this battle matches the dinosaur. He is big, fucking heavy, epic, loud, high, and this dinosaur face exploding engine is incredibly satisfying. Except this lava. It fucking annoys me.
What? You really thought we'd leave you?
No, you didn't leave me, but you left me to fight alone with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Thank you, by the way, for your support. Asshole. By the way, I only noticed in the credits that Ron Perlman played this pumped Nico Bellic, and the selection of this actor is simply meaningless, because for an entire game, this character did not show us a drop of cool epicness that is inherent in Ron Perlman in each of his films. Right there, just a man with a silent voice. While watching this credit, my hearing clearly began to cut the melody playing in the background, which it seems consists of 2 or even 3 completely different melodies, stupidly superimposed on each other, playing out of place and created some kind of chaotic cacophony from incomprehensible sounds. But putting all the cacophony aside, it's safe to say that Turok reboot turned out to be pretty good. Nothing stunning, everything is quite simple and standard, but it's quite possible to play it once, for the sake of a final battle with T-Rex. It is pity that the company closed and we will never saw the continuation, in which perhaps everything could be much cooler, but we have what we have. And if we do not have subscribed to the channel, then subscribe to the channel, like, repost and comment this video.